All right, guys, we are back with top four hat format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got John Vigil on the left. He went undefeated in Swiss, playing the Fire Fist Hand Artifact Trap Tricks deck, versus Robert Mcnett on the right, playing Geargia. So it looks like Robert's going first. Normal summons Accelerator, then he special summons Accelerator from his hand to make Geargia X. Gigant X's effect is you can detach a material to add any level 4 lower machine monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So he just attaches Accelerator and adds the one that he detached back to his hand. So someone was asking if you could add one. If you have no targets, you can add one from your grave to your hand, and apparently you can. I wasn't sure, but these two would know. So there you go. John's head judged many regionals, so I trust him. All right, and now John normal summons Fire Hand, crashes the Fire Hand into Gigant X. So Fire Hand, if it's destroyed by battle or in your possession by battle or card effect, destroy a monster your opponent controls, then you can special summon Ice Hand from your deck. So he destroys the Gigant X, then special summons Ice Hand and attacks him for 14. Alright, so now Robert sets a fourth back row. You can't kind of see the life points, but actually this is my second time watching this match. So I think they fix it for game 2 and 3. But I always prefer the players keep track of the life points because sometimes I make mistakes and that way I can more focus on the game instead of trying to keep track of the life points. But he already took, 3,000? Yeah, I guess the angle was bad, but I think they fixed it for game 2. But game 1, yeah, they didn't have it on there. Let's go a little bit about these two players. John's got currently the third most wins on the channel. He's been playing for a while. He kind of stopped playing Edison. Now he only shows up for Hat, I think, because a lot of us are just burned out. We've been playing Edison locals for over a year. So I understand. Anyways, here he activates Pot of Duality. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Then shuffle. You can't special summon turn, use Duality, and you can activate 1 Duality per turn. He activates Tenki, which is a Rhoda for Beast Warrior monsters. And all Beast Warrior monsters you control gain 100 attack. So he chooses Cold Soldier Wolfbark. And Robert only entered one Edison tournament, but he's been on fire in Hat. He has made at least top 8 every Hat tournament that I have filmed. So he's definitely been the most consistent Hat player we've had. He's got 1 win. He's been in the finals twice. So we'll see if he can get back to the finals today. So he starts out by here he summons Geargiano. Geargiano, you contribute it to special summon a level 4 machine from your graveyard, and I believe it negates his effects. Then he special summons Accelerator. You can special summon Accelerator from your hand if you can, and face-up defense position if you control a Geargia monster. So now he activates Geargia X's effect. I think Robert Breakthrough skilled the Murmileo. Yes, I must have missed that while I was talking. I always like to give info on the players to give us background. Alright, so Gigant X attacks over the Murmileo for 700. So he searched Geargia Arsenal with the Gigant X. And now John is going to activate Call the Haunted to bring back Murmileo. Murmileo, when it's special summon, you can pop a spell or trap card your opponent controls. Robert chains Maxi because he probably knows this card's not going to get that much value against John's deck. So he's kind of like, let me just Maxi. Maybe he needs to draw into some more, just better options. That's why me personally, I don't like Maxi in the main deck, and I get a lot of heat for it. I think it's more of a side card. Currently, I'm not even side decking it, which I know people are gonna call me crazy. I think I just think the card's okay. I like using other cards. Maybe I'll put it back in, but for now, it's not even in my side deck. Okay, so John tries to crash Ice Hand into the Gigant X. Then Robert warnings Ice Hand's effect. Solemn Warning is just a counter trap. Pay 2,000 life points, negate any effect that special summons. It's a really good card. So yeah, what I was told was that the Ice Hands are all one effect. So if you try to crash into a monster, or if you attack, let's say or if you attack a hand, and you could just warning the effect, it's all one effect. That's what I was told. Now, if you warning the normal summon of a hand, which we saw Alfred do, I'm kind of throwing Alfred under the bus. Yeah, he warning the normal summon of a hand, and yeah, its effect will activate. Okay, so It looks like John attacked. Or what happened? Oh, he used Bear's effect. He used Bear's effect to send a face-up fire formation spell or trap to destroy a monster in the field. So he destroyed the Gigant X. And Gigant X, when it leaves the field, it special summons level 3 or lower Geargia monster from your graveyard. So he brought back Geargiano. Then John tried to get rid of it with Black Ship, but Robert Blackhorned it. So now Robert summons Arsenal, special summons back Accelerator, attacks John. So yes, I am not going to keep track of life points this game. I apologize, guys, but they are going to fix it for game 2. It's just, you can see there, Robert had the wrong angle. Oh, they're about to fix it. Yes, who fixed it? Shout out to whoever that is who fixed it. Who was it? I don't know who it was. I think it was Julio. Hey, that's my man right there. No, it was Victor. Victor, my guy, if you're watching. That's my guy, Victor. All right, so here comes Traptrix Blizzard. And he brings back Murmileo. So yeah, Traptrix monsters are unaffected by normal hold trap cards. So Murmileo popped the Nightmare, and that is game. So yeah, that's the one benefit of the Traptrix monsters. You can't you can bottomless them or Nightmare them, but they're unaffected. And John takes game 1 win away from getting to the finals. He is the 1 seed. Most of the time, the 1 seeds don't normally win the tournament, but I think that streak has kind of ended. Lately, I don't know, something's been going on. A lot of the undefeateds have been winning the tournament. Maybe that streak only works in Edison format. So here, John dualities for Wiretap, probably because he knows Robert's got 3 back rows. And one thing I want to mention, and like one of the previous videos, I said that Blizzard negates the effect. I don't know what, I just misspoke. Blizzard does not negate the effect. It's Shura that negates the effect. I got both of them confused. And Bayou negates the effect as well. But no, yeah, Blizzard doesn't. All right, so John sets 4 and passes. All right. Here, Robert normal summons Accelerator. John's reading it. Yeah, Accelerator has to have a target in the graveyard. So here, yeah, John is going to Sanctum, which special summons an artifact from your deck. Robert wiretaps the Sanctum, and John chains his wiretap, which wiretaps and counter trap. You negate the activation of a trap card, and if you do, you shuffle it into the deck. So Robert Fiendish chains to negate Muraltac's effect. Muraltac, when it's special summoned during your opponent's turn, pop a face-up card your opponent controls. Now remember, only during your opponent's turn. You special summon it during your turn, that effect won't activate. In case one time I had Houston tried to soul charge and pop my monsters. I was like, no. All right. So now Robert sets a second back row. And John activates another Sanctum. Oh, Sanctum. Special summon is Moral Attack. Moral Attack's going to pop probably the Accelerator. You could do the Fiendish Chain too, but that's a little risky. Let's see. Well, yeah, Accelerator, when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Geargia monster from your graveyard to your hand, except Geargia Accelerator. So John decided to play it safe and pop the Accelerator. Now, if you're John, I think if I'm John, I poke him for 21. Now, do you leave the monsters on the field, or do you XYZ summon? I think John might leave him up because he doesn't want to get Blackhorned. So I think because we saw Blackhorn game 1. Yeah. So I think John is going to play it safe and not... Oh, Dark Hole! And now Robert... Ooh, Robert moved his spell and trap cards. You're not supposed to do that. So John warnings. Did you have to warning this? I don't know. I probably wouldn't have warning that. It's... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would have warning that one. So here he normally summons Murmileo. And Robert negates it with Breakthrough Skill. Breakthrough Skill just negates a face-up monster effect until the end of the turn. But you can also use it in the graveyard. Except the turn it's sent. You can banish it from your graveyard during your turn to negate a face-up. Yeah, negate a face-up monster effect until the end of the turn. That's why Wiretap's so good, because you shuffle back Breakthrough Skill and you shuffle back Sanctum and other cards. But those are the two big ones. So here Robert searches bottomless and crashes the Murmaleos. So now John knows Robert's got bottomless. And John sets a back row. Robert summons Arsenal, and John bottomless is the Arsenal. Let's see, draw. John's got 3 cards. Summons Bear. So he knows Robert's got that bottomless he searched last turn. So yeah, Robert bottomless is the Bear. This is anyone's game. Robert's pretty low. Oh, Robert drew Soul Charge. Does he play it here? He has 2 targets. No, he has 3 targets. Yeah, I definitely activate this Soul Charge here because you remember Leo's going to pop one of John's back rows too. Yeah, I would play it. Here comes Soul Charge. Does he target 3 or 2? So yeah, let's go over Soul Charge. Target any number of monsters in your graveyard. Special summon them, and if you do, you take 1,000 for each. So John chains Maxi, which is a quick effect. During either player's turn, you can send it from your hand to the graveyard to destroy... send it from your hand to the graveyard. For the rest of the turn, each time your opponent special summons a monster, you draw 1 card. But he's only drawing 1 here, because they were special summoned at the same time. So he's going to draw 1 for the Maxi. And he's going to pop one of... Now Robert's going to pop one of John's Spiller Traps with Murmaleo's effect. Maybe John's got a response. We know John's got Dark Hole. So he lets it go through. Ooh, he hit the Blackhorn. What a good hit. Now, if you're Robert, do you XYZ summon or do you leave the monsters up? He can't attack with because he used Soul Charge, and you can only activate 1 Soul Charge per turn, unless if they negate the activation. I did that yesterday against... Spoiler alert. John and I played yesterday in a different tournament. I was laughing because he... Oh, I think he forgot to draw for Maxi. Yep. Yeah, I was laughing because John saw the morning my Soul Charge, and I had 2 of them in my hand, and I acted like I was upset. Like I was like, oh man, and then I played another Soul Charge. Oh man, all right. So I attack with Murmaleo. John with another Sanctum. So he's gonna bring out, what is this, a 3rd Moral Attack? Did John draw all 3 Sanctums? Man. Just Yu-Gi-Oh, man. He could have drawn the Moral Attacks instead of the Sanctums. So now Robert's going to XYZ summon. Okay, Robert chained Breakthrough Skill in the graveyard to negate the Moral Attacks effect. And here, and then John activates Breakthrough Skill to negate the... Yeah, he negates the 101 Sign Arcs effect. 101 can attach 2 materials to take a face-up attack position monster your opponent controls, and you basically make it an XYZ material to the 101. Now... What happened? Did Robert already attack? Did he soul? No, he didn't Soul Charge him, did he? Oh, no, that was... Yeah, I don't know what happened. He summoned Arsenal, set armor. I think he did it during the battle phase. Okay, yes. We're at 6,000 to 23. Now, Robert flips armor, and armor's effect is you can... Once per turn, you can set it. And also, when it's flipped, you add a Geargia monster from your deck to your hand, except Geargia armor. So he searches Accelerator. Mind controls John's set monster, which is Coach Soldier Wolfbark. XYZ summons into what? Abyss Dweller. Okay, so now he's going to crash with the 101. I think, yeah, 101 to crash, and then Dweller attack. Why make Dweller, though? John's got Breakthrough Skill in the grave. Oh, he had normal summon. Okay, yeah, normal summons Geargia Blizzard. Which, when it's normal or flipped, I think it's normal or flipped. You special summon a Geargia monster from your hand or your graveyard in face-up defense position. So, Robert brings back Geargiano, XYZ summons for, I believe, Soul of Silver Mountain. Yes. So, Soul of Silver Mountain, you need 2 level 3 Earth monsters, and once per turn, you can attach a material to basically freeze a back row while it's face up on the field. You basically lock a back row your opponent controls. But he has Dark Hole, so it doesn't matter. And now John normal summons Traptrix Murmaleo. And this card, we already know, it searches Bottomless or other normal hole trap cards when it's normal summoned. And Robert, since he's so low, has to torrential the Murmileo. John. Okay, so John has to debate. Do I search Acid Trap Hole or Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare? Either way, whichever one he does decide to search, Robert's probably going to play around it. So since he chose Acid Trap Hole, now Robert's probably going to play around this card. So, should he have gone for the Nightmare or should he have gone for the... I guess this stops Robert from, like, setting armor by searching Acid Trap Hole. So, yeah. See, let's say Robert searches Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare. Sorry, if John searches Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare, Robert would make this exact same play, except he wouldn't use the Gigant X's effect this turn. So maybe John should have gone for Nightmare, and that will give him a turn to draw something. Okay, now he uses Gigant's X effect to add Accelerator, and John concedes. So we are going to the third game. I mean, that was a tough choice. Do you go for Nightmare there, or do you go for Acid Trap Hole? I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of scenarios. Like how many? I think one armor was gone. Does Acid Trap Hole only do face downs? Let me go refresh my memory on Acid Trap Hole. So now John goes first. Game 3, sets 4, and sets a back row. And Robert with a Dark Hole on the Fire Hand. Sets a monster. Oh no, it has to be face down. So yeah, Robert could play around Acid Trap Hole by not setting the armor. Okay, so... Ugh, that changes things. So here, John activates Artifact Ignition, which is basically an MST, but you have to set an you have to have an artifact in your deck, and you set it on resolution. So he sets Moral Attack. Now he's going to double Cyclone Robert's Phoenix Chain. So double Cyclone, destroy one Spawn Trap card you control and one Spawn Trap card your opponent controls. But it works well with Ignition because you set your artifact and then you pop your artifact. And then the artifacts, if they're destroying your Spawn Trap card zone during your opponent's turn, special summon themselves. So here, John did this play, even though he's not popping anything with Moral Attack. But he's trying, he just wants to run over armor. In this matchup, you just got to run over armor with Moral Attack at times. But now John searches Acid Trap Hole, so he's probably going to Acid Trap Hole. Yep, I like this play. Just get rid of the armor, and then now if Robert sets a second armor, you can just run it over with Moral Attack. So John tribute summons Moral Attack and is going to XYZ summon Pallades, which is a quick effect. You can attach one material to return any card on the field to the owner's hand. So he bounces a set monster. You need two level 5 light monsters to make this. Here comes a Soul Charge. Brings back armor. Activates armor's effect to set itself. And now he sets another monster. Looks like, yeah, Robert probably drew out monsters. So he takes 1,000 for the Soul Charge. Now, if you're John, what do? Do you bounce the armor? Do you bounce the mystery monster? Or do you attack? Let's see what he decides to do. Where's Tanky, man? That would make your life so much easier, right? Where's your Tanky, John? So he summons Murmileo. Searches Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare. Alright. Do you go for the mystery card or do you go for the armor? Did Robert set double armor? Did he set a... So I think did Robert lose to John? I don't think so. I don't think they played in the Swiss rounds. So he decides to attack over the armor. And searches Accelerator. Now he's going to use Pallades' effect to bounce the other set monster and attack Robert, leaving Robert at 29. Now he sets Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare. So I'm wondering, what rank 4 can Robert make to run over Pallades without using its effect? I can't think of what can he make. Gigant can't run it over. I guess you can make 101, but that doesn't do anything. Black Ship doesn't do anything. Yeah, there's not much he can do to the Pallades. So, normal armor, special summon Accelerator. Does John have a response? 2 cards in hand. Like, let's say he goes Exciton Knight. He's just going to Trap Hole Nightmare the Exciton Knight. Okay, let's see. Robert's looking at his extra deck. Do you just walk into the Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare? I mean, you're at 29. Do you just make 101 to stay alive? Do you just set the armor and try to stall that way? Like, just use armor's effect to set itself? We'll see. What do I think the right move is? Yeah, you can tell Robert's thinking. So he chooses to go for Gigant X. Uses the effect. Here comes Traptrix Temple Nightmare. And Robert with the Soul Charge. Okay, this now allows him to make, what's the card called? Excitonite, because I think he'll have less cards. But John has Needle Sealing. Now, Accelerator's effect will activate to add a Geargia monster from your graveyard to your hand, except Geargia Accelerator. Yeah, Robert's at 900, and he just summons Fire Hand, and then that is game. So, John is moving on to the finals. He's undefeated so far. We'll see if he can get the first win for this fat deck. Let me know if I missed anything in this match, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, let me know. Also, check out the link in the description. I have a 5% off coupon code for Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. You know, obviously I get a little bit of a little cut as well. So yeah, help your boy out and, you know, get some cards. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.